Aloha, Lisa here with Upside Down Pilates and Nourishment. What is the number one thing you can do with your diet to help eliminate joint pain, reduce weight, increase fertility, you name it? What is that number one thing? Food quality. We are talking food quality. We're going to dig into that today. Aloha, I'm Lisa Orig, owner of Upside Down Pilates and Nourishment, in case you don't already know me, and I'm the creator of the Joint Pain Eliminator program. This is where I help women eliminate joint pain so they can get back to living an active life that they love. What is the number one diet tip for joint pain? This is part of phase 3 in my Joint Pain Eliminator program. So, to help me out and to get more information like this, please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead, like the video, leave a comment telling me something that you enjoyed or didn't enjoy or have a question about. And you can also check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to connect with me in other ways. So, I feel like this is a really important episode. Most people actually suffer. They're wondering what they're supposed to be eating to eliminate their joint pain. They're wondering what they're supposed to be eating to be healthy. Everybody says something different. There is one common thread through all of this. And today I am going to teach you that number one diet tip to eliminate joint pain without painkillers to help stop the suffering that we're having in our world right now, okay? So let's imagine a day when you wake up and you know exactly what to eat to make your body healthy again and to eliminate your joint pain and to help you lose weight and to help your mental state lift and to make you more infertile and everything that you probably want right now. Or no, we don't want to be more infertile. We want to be fertile. We want to be able to have lots of babies if we want them. Today we're going to talk about food quality. All right. What is food quality? Well, I know you're thinking that I'm going to have to be a vegan, right? No. That's not it at all. You could be a vegan. You could be a keto person. And having this food quality is going to be the most important thing of all of it. All right. So what is food quality? This is how our food is raised, how it is harvested, how it is prepared, how it is packaged or not packaged, and how it is cooked. Okay. It's not meat, vegetables, carbs, no carbs, boiled, raw. It's not that. It's the quality of the food that you are going to choose to eat, okay? Our food quality in the world right now is kind of a disaster, and most people don't even really know it, okay? So what is the best food quality we can get? Well, you would have your own organic, restorative permaculture farm that you raise all of your food, that you harvest all of your food, and you prepare all of your own food. And there are people out there that do it. And I am going to be one of those people. My next phase of life is we're purchasing a farm and creating a permaculture restorative organic farm here in Hawaii and creating a wellness center. All right, where people can come and learn how to be healthy and eliminate their joint pain, amongst many other things, and diversify their microbiome by being outside. So that's your best food quality. All right. Next best is I needed to point out, we want everything to be pasture raised and grass finished And we want everything to be certified organic, and we want everything to be non-GMO is not good enough. So a lot of people will say non-GMO is good enough. It is not good enough. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute here, why it's not good enough. The second best is that you actually know the farmers that you're getting your food from, and you know that everything is coming from that organic restorative farming permaculture farm, except for you know the person who's doing it. So you know that they're actually doing what they say that they're doing. And there are people like that here on Oahu for sure. Now, the third best is going to be you go to a grocery store or a co-op and you're able to purchase your food from that quality grocery store or from that quality co-op, and it's all pasture raised, grass finished, and certified organic. And it's not coming to you in a package. Well, it'll be in a package, but it's not, a boxed piece of garbage that's been sitting on the shelf for 10 years. It's real food that you're getting at the store, fresh vegetables. Your meats can be fresh, but they also can be frozen, but it's not already cooked with all sorts of gunk in it. It's just the meat with not a bunch of gunk in it, the vegetables, not a bunch of gunk in it, and then you're going to take it and store it, prepare it, ferment it, cook it, have it raw, whatever you need to do. All right, so why is grass-fed not good enough? Why is non-GMO not good enough? Well, if it's not grass-finished, the grains, if it's not good enough, how do I say this? If it's not good enough, if it's only grass finished at the end of the animal's life, the last month or so, they are going to actually feed the animal lots of grains that probably aren't going to be good for them and are probably going to be covered in glyphosate. And then they pump them up with antibiotics to fatten them up. So the grains and the antibiotics fatten people up, or fatten animals up, and also fatten people up. So if you're trying to lose weight, do not eat grains and do not take a bunch of antibiotics, because that's exactly how to fatten up an animal. It's the same way you fatten up a person. Okay, so that's why grass-fed isn't good enough. It also needs to be grass-finished. Now, non-GMO crops are still sprayed with glyphosate to make them dry faster. So glyphosate is basically an antibiotic, and so that's a big dose of antibiotics covering these grains or these non-GMO foods a lot of times. So even though they're non-GMO, they still can be sprayed with glyphosate or other herbicides, and all of that's going to kill our microbiome. Okay, so what is glyphosate, you're asking me? It is a pesticide that is sprayed basically on the entire planet. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read from a book called Toxic Legacy. It's recently come out. It's a really beautiful book. I don't know if you can see it here, but let's see. Yep, Toxic Legacy. It's written by Dr. Stephanie Seneff. And Dr. Seneff is one of my top people to learn from. She's brilliant, and she asks the right questions, and she delivers her science. I love she has a hypothesis, and then she proves her hypothesis. She's not afraid of, asking a question she doesn't know the answer for, and then going and looking and trying to get that answer. And that is what this is. 10 years worth of work on this amazing woman's part. And she is one of, the top scientists, research scientists in the world. And I would say she is maybe the top expert on glyphosate and what it's doing to our body. So what I'm going to do now is read a couple passages from Toxic Legacy so that you can get a deeper understanding of what glyphosate is and what glyphosate does to our body from the experts, because I learned from. Okay, this first section is on page 2. So this is in the introduction. And again, it's from Toxic Legacy by Dr. Stephanie Seneff. All right. What I learned from Dr. Huber is that glyphosate is the active ingredient in the herbicide Roundup. While glyphosate isn't a household name, everyone has heard of Roundup. Drive across the United States and you'll find vast fields marked with crop labels that say Roundup Ready. Monsanto, the Missouri-based company that was Roundup's original manufacturer, was acquired by the German-based company Bayer in 2018 as part of its crop science division. Monsanto has touted glyphosate as remarkably safe because its main mechanism of toxicity affects a metabolic pathway in plant cells that human cells don't possess. That is what, presumably, makes glyphosate so effective in killing plants, while in theory, or at least, leaving humans and other animals unscathed. But as Dr. Huber pointed out to a rapt audience that day, human cells might not possess the shikimate pathway, but almost all of our gut microbes do. They use the shikimate pathway, a central biological pathway in their metabolism, to synthesize tryptophan, tyrosine, and phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. There we go. I got it out. 3 of the 20 coding amino acids that make up the proteins of our body. So again, let me say that again. The shikimate pathway, the destruction of using this pathway, it synthesizes the tryptophan, tyrosine, and phenylalanine. These are 3 of the 20 coding amino acids that make up the proteins of our body. That is a very bad thing to be destroying. Okay, precisely because human cells do not possess the shikimate pathway, we rely on our gut microbiota along with diet to provide these essential amino acids for us. This is very bad, you guys. I hope you can begin to understand how bad this is. Perhaps even more significantly, gut microbes play an essential role in many aspects of human health. When glyphosate harms these microbes, they not only lose their ability to make these amino acids for the host, which is us, but they also become impaired in their ability to help us in all other ways they normally support our health. Beneficial microbes are more sensitive to glyphosate, and this causes pathogens to thrive. We know, for example, that gut dysbiosis is associated with depression and other mental disorders. Alterations in the disruption of the microbes can cause immune dysregulation and autoimmune disease. Parkinson's disease is strongly linked to a pro-inflammatory gut microbiome. As has become clear from the remarkable research conducted on the human microbiome in the past decade or so, happy gut bacteria are essential to our health, including in ways that researchers have yet to fully understand. It's worth remembering that Roundup hit the market and was declared safe before much of this groundbreaking research on the human microbiome was ever conducted. Dr. Huber also explained that glyphosate is a chelator, so this is another bad one, you guys. A small molecule that binds tightly to metal ions. In plant physiology, glyphosate chelation disrupts a plant's uptake of essential minerals from the soil, including zinc, copper, manganese, magnesium, cobalt, and iron. Studies have shown that plants exposed to glyphosate take up much smaller amounts of these critical minerals into their tissues. When we eat foods derived from these nutrient-dense plants, we become nutrient-dense as well. We become nutrient deficient. Let me read that again. When we eat foods derived from these nutrient deficient plants, because they're not getting the uptake from the soil, because glyphosate is inhibiting their uptake, we become nutrient deficient as well. So our soil is deficient and we become deficient, and glyphosate is what's making that happen. Glyphosate also interferes with the symbiotic relationship between plant roots and soil bacteria. This is another very fascinating thing. Surrounding the roots of a plant is a soil zone called the rhizosphere that is teeming with bacteria, fungi, and other organisms. As I will explain later in more detail, glyphosate kills the organisms living in the rhizosphere, which then interferes with the plant's nitrogen uptake, as well as the uptake of many different minerals. This interferes further, translates into mineral deficiencies in our foods. Glyphosate also causes exposed plants to be more vulnerable to fungal diseases. And fungal diseases can lead to contamination of our foods with mycotoxins produced by pathogenic fungi. I came away from Dr. Huber's lecture convinced I was needed to learn a lot more about glyphosate. Yes, we all do. All right, I'm going to read you one more section here. Here we go. This is on page 4. Since 2008, I have brought my expertise in statistical analysis, computational modeling, and biology to investigate the impact of nutritional deficiencies and environmental toxins on human health, including Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disorders, immune dysfunction, and neurological disorders. I have now published more than 36 peer-reviewed scientific papers on health-related topics. I have been researching, writing about, and lecturing on glyphosate for nearly a decade. The book you hold in your hands, or you're going to hold in your hands soon, is a accumulation of that research. As we explore together, there is a growing body of scientific evidence that shows that glyphosate is a major factor in several debilitating neurological, metabolic, autoimmune, reproductive, and oncological diseases, cancer. This organic chemical compound, C3H8NO5P, is much more toxic to all life forms than we have been led to believe. Glyphosate's mechanism of toxicity is unique and diabolic. It is a slow killer, slowly robbing you of your good health over time, until you finally succumb to incapacitated or life-threatening disease. Its insidious, cumulative mechanism of toxicity, which begins with the seemingly simple substitution of glyphosate for the amino acid glycine during protein synthesis, explains the correlations we are seeing with diverse diseases that seem to have little in common. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So you can see glyphosate kills your good gut bugs. It depletes the plants from minerals, so then we're depleted nutritionally. And it goes into our tissues as glycine should be, as in the amino acid glycine. It substitutes for it and goes into our tissues. It is bad. This is why you must eat organic, pasture-raised, grass-finished foods to maintain your health. Because if you are ingesting glyphosate regularly through regular old food, you're going to get sick. End of story. And if you are sick, the sooner you can get it out of your body, the better. And we'll talk more about that in another episode. So what I have for you now is a grocery haul from FarmLink, where you can get a whole bunch of wonderful food from wonderful farms that do not have as much glyphosate on them as the other ones. And we can talk about more how there's just glyphosate everywhere, but you want to eat these foods that are organic, pasture-raised, grass-finished. It's so important. That is the quality of food that you want to be putting into your body, because you want the best quality health that you can get from the foods that you eat. So I'm going to share with you my grocery haul, and also some ways that I put up my herbs that I get from FarmLink. And yeah, it's going to be a nice, wonderful, different thing for you to see. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel, click like, give me a comment, let me know what you thought. The Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit is down below. You can download your Ultimate Joint Pain Eliminator Starter Kit. You can look at information about my Joint Pain Eliminator programs. And then you can also book a call with me, and we can chat to see if we might be a good team to work together to help you recover from your health issues. So I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy watching my FarmLink grocery haul. Aloha, and I will see you next time. Grocery haul, or should I say FarmLink haul time. All right, I just got my FarmLink delivery, and I want to show you some quality food that you can have delivered right to your home. Definitely if you live in Hawaii, and you can check out if there's a FarmLink in your area if you don't happen to live on a farm. So what did I get? All right, so this is pasture-raised, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef from the Aloha Beef Company. And I got two 2-pound packs. They have steaks, short ribs, stew meat, you name it. You can get it right from your FarmLink and have it delivered right to your door. Quality meat. All right, this right here, this is pork spare ribs. Yes, these are pork spare ribs. Very excited about it. It is from Mountain View Farms. Now, Mountain View Farms is an amazing farm. I believe they do permaculture there. Jeff actually shot a video at Mountain View Farms talking about the farm and just talking about what the farm is and everything. He got to go on, I don't know, a 4-hour tour and video the whole thing. So if I can get that link to that, I will share that with you. It's an amazing farm. They also do calamangai, or you probably know it as moringa. They grow that there and they sell it. I love their moringa oil, the calamangai oil. So good, very worth the price. Okay, what else did we get here? Oh, you know me and my eggs. We gotta have our pasture-raised eggs. Quality eggs, people, quality eggs delivered right to your door. Let's see. Notice I like the right to your door so you don't have to go to the store part. All right, this is from Sweetland Farm, and it is a goat cheese, and it's a kind of cheese I don't know. Pohaku? I don't actually know what it is, but I wanted to try it out, so I'll have to let you know how that goes. See how tasty it is. I'm sure it's delicious. What else do we have here? We've got a little fruit. So these are apple bananas, organic apple bananas, and these are 2 mangoes. Those mangoes are actually from the Mountain View Farms as well, and I don't eat mangoes because they're a little more sweet than what I want to have in my diet, but Jeff does love his mangoes. You know him, he's Filipino and he loves his mangoes, so I got a couple of those for him. What else did I get? These are carrots. Okay, so with these carrots, I am going to actually make fermented carrot sticks. They're actually kind of tiny carrots, which is perfect for what I'm going to do. And I'm going to film it for you all. So I'm going to do 1 ginger fermented carrot sticks, and I'm going to do 1 dill fermented carrot sticks. So that's going to be coming up. let's see, what else do I have here? Ah, here is, this is not from Mountain View Farms. This is from Kahumana Organic Farms and Cafe, which is another great place to go to. But this is calamangai or moringa. And this is, I just want to call it a cure-all. It's a really wonderful herb that you can make tea out of, you can put in your salads, and then also you can have it in capsules. And so Jeff takes these every day. Let's see, what else do I have over here? In our little bag, you can't even see, I'll pull it out. This is organic red turmeric root. This is very hard to come by, and they've got it. And it's great quality. I love it in the bag. Now this is, look at these gorgeous organic crimini mushrooms. You are not going to get a mushroom looking like that in the store. You got to get it directly from the farm. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, last but not least, I might have to move some stuff out of the way. I got my herbs, and I'm not talking about pakalolo right now. Okay, this is dill. So this is fresh dill, and I'm going to use this for my, I'll dry some of it, but then I'm going to use this for my fermented carrots. And I got 2 kinds of chives, and I don't know which one is which. You might know. So one of these is just regular chives. I think this regular chives, and then I also got garlic chives. So I'm not sure which one is which. Can I smell it? I'm not sure. I'll have to go look at the picture. Anyways, I am going to make a dip. So I'm going to make some chicken nuggets, and I'm going to make a dip, a ranch dip with kefir, and I'm going to do a fresh version of the ranch dip, and then I'm also going to dry these and do a dried version of the ranch dip. So I got parsley for the fresh version and the dried version, and I'm going to put chives in it. And then, is that all I got from here? Yeah, because I already have the thyme, and then we have the dill also for that dip. It smells so good. This is marjoram, I believe, and I don't know what you use it for, so I got some, and I'm gonna see what you do with it. All right, and then last but not least in here, I've got, oh yeah, look at my mint. This is mint. Smells delicious, and I'm gonna dry it and use it for tea. So when I start drying these, maybe I'll video it and I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. These are like, I don't know, $1.99, $2.99 a bundle for all these different herbs. And then I just love to, you just tie a tie around them, hang them upside down, and let them dry. So, oh, and the beef, I'm going to make a video with this. I'm going to do hamburger casserole inspired from Mennonite Farmhouse. And I haven't figured out where I'm going to get my short ribs or my pork ribs, spare ribs, that's what I'm looking for, my pork spare rib recipe from, but the chicken nugget recipe is going to be from the farming pastor's wife. So anyways, that's my farm haul. Remember, the number one most important thing that you need is food quality. Food quality. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you how I dry my herbs. So I get them from FarmLink, and then I just kind of hang them up here on this little cheapo, it's like a baker's rack or something like that. So I just tie the string round, a couple times round, and then make a little loop, and then I put it on a little hook. So this is the marjoram, and this is some of the dill, and then this is some parsley. And I already put up, there's the mint, and that's, I think this is garlic chives, and that's regular chives. But you can see I already have some here, sitting up here. Okay, and then, oh, not now. Okay, sorry, malfunction here, because I'm gonna just, there's little spots here, and you can just hang them up. I try and hang it so they don't really touch each other so much. And then you just can separate them where they don't touch each other too much. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a better spot for that stuff now that I have more of the herbs up. So there you go. And the other thing that's really great about this, and I actually just keep them hanging. You can, after they dry, take them down and put them in, kind of chop them up or take the leaves off and put them in a canning jar, or, you know, just a jar, and keep it on the shelf. But I just keep them up here. They make me happy and they smell delicious.